Our business is not about pushing a certain product, a carrier, or a concept. It's about really what's in it for the client, not the broker. If you take care of the client will end up taking care of you in the long run.
The one thing about us at IFCG, we treat everybody with respect. And I believe that if you treat people with respect, you get respect back. And that's shown every day when dealing with underwriters, mutual fund companies, the insurance companies directly.
Overall, from everywhere I've been, customer service is absolutely #1 here at IFCG.
Nothing can add more value than protecting someone's family or protecting their estate or making sure they can retire and they'll be okay. For certain, IFCG is a soft sell approach. We're here to earn clients forever.
Because I've been doing this for so long and was involved with an insurance company for many years, I could see I learned all the good things and all the bad things. And what we try to do here at IFCG is get rid of all the negatives and all the bad things and only focus on the positive things and bring those positive things to our advisors, clients, and the insurance companies and mutual fund companies that we represent.
Full service is really a necessity. A lot of people getting into the business 20 years ago would say, I'm getting into the insurance industry, where products have really evolved now, and the reality is consumers have a need for more than just insurance products. So by full service, we're involved in banking, we're involved in managing their debt. We're involved in also protecting their health as well as their family security, saving for retirement, saving for the short term, tax planning. There's a whole myriad of needs now.
What I've noticed with independent financials, they never stop continuing to educate themselves, and they always have new products to bring to you and show you and make available to you. They're not just a one product company, they're not just selling one company's products, so they have lots to provide to you.
When we meet with clients, we're not there, again, to sell product. We're there to really help the client. Where, like I said a long time ago, it was more or less they're out there to market a product and hopefully your client would buy it. So we've made it a lot more personal, very laid back, easy, easier for the broker because there's no pressure for the clients to buy, because clients will buy something if they feel they have a need for it and understand the product. The insurance companies, it's not always about, premium dollars coming in. They want to make sure you're ethical, that the way you do business, and they really want to make sure that you care about the client. They don't just contract anybody. Some of the insurance companies are very selective on who they even let do business with that carrier.
There was never a push or a shove. It was a healthy conversation back and forth between the two of us. And I enjoyed the expertise that they laid on the table in front of me and all the options that came with it. And ultimately, at the end of what could be perceived as a complicated matter turned out to be a very simple process, and one that was both enjoyable and, I think, in the long term, was a smart decision on my behalf. It became very clear that he was listening to my needs and what was important to me. And ultimately, when we did put this program together, I think it encompassed all the important aspects of my life. There was no pressure. There was no, you should take this package. It was what was important to me and how do we mold the package around my needs, and ultimately what was the most fundamental insurance plan that would work for my necessities. It was a candid, delightful, uninhibited conversation where the boundaries were open to anything that I would need, but his decisions, his education, his direction for me was concise and purposeful, and I enjoyed it, and I ultimately found that he was exactly right in what they had given me.
Honestly, it wasn't probably the more expensive of the product, but it was the product that gave the best result at the end. So that worked very well. And even dealing with the insurance companies afterwards, the agent was right there with support, making this as easy as possible. He remembers what's going on in your life. He remembers what's important to you. He remembers why we structured things the way we did. Do we need to reevaluate and look at things? I've had him look at things with respect to my kids, and he sat down and has crunched that out for me, and has basically sat across from me and say, you probably don't really need this. I think when a broker and agent looks at it and kind of looks at it as himself and what he would need for his family and then can impose it on you, I think you can't really expect much more than that.
In the past, I'd had pushy brokers and they'd sold me policies that I didn't need. Independent Financial was very thorough in educating me and taking me through the step-by-step process of each and every policy and every option that was available to me. My broker took the time to educate me regarding every term, every condition that the policy meant and would provide for me. Once I bought life insurance from them, I felt comfortable enough to give them my entire business. My needs have always come ahead of anything that benefits him.
There's no question that IFC stepped up to the plate and laid all the cards on the table, gave me their expertise. They made it simple, they made the process easy to understand. They showed me the long-term potential of what I was doing, and at the end of it, it was a very simple process to sign on the dotted line.
I refer my broker all the time, non-stop. Why? Because they're trustworthy, right? They're just great at their jobs. They're great at what they do. They're very great. They're good at explaining.
I would give no qualms to moving elsewhere if I thought I had 1 ounce of a broker not taking care of my needs. But this company has made me feel like I'm family. And for me, that brings me back time and time again. It's not just a check I write every year. It's a comfort level knowing that I have been well taken care of and my needs have been taken care of. And everyone should feel that comfortable with companies they deal with.
They've done exactly what they said they were going to do. They provided the service that they said they were going to, and they've never let me down.